Well, guys, we are living in the wackiest timeline there is. I mean, we could have landed on a timeline where Bernie Sanders won in the 2016 election and we would have Medicare for all right now. Instead, it's 2025 and we got Trump wanting to become the Pope, the highest position of all the Catholics, the man closest to God. We're going to have to stop calling him God King Fuhrer Trump and calling him God King Fuhrer Pope Trump. I just wanted to go over a couple little tidbits with Trump and some controversies floating around the Pope verse. I wanted to start off with talking about my brother and I. We have a working theory, a working conspiracy theory on what is actually going on with the Pope's death and all that. So basically, J.D. Vance was set out to go meet with the Pope on Easter. And J.D. Vance was only going to meet the Pope for one particular reason: to assassinate Pope Francis. The woke Pope. We needed to get that wokester out of there. We can't let gay people be getting married under the Catholic cross. So basically, we think, all satire, of course, all satire, /S/S. J.D. Vance went down there, meet up with the Pope, to murder the Pope. The Pope touched J.D. Vance's wonderfully inflated baby face hand and died of cringe. And that was under the orders of Donald Trump, so he could become the newest Pope. The most powerful man in the world Trump want, besides becoming the most powerful man in all of religion also. And I just looked it up real quick. The Vatican is worth, in the realm, between $10 billion and $15 billion in assets. You know, of course, acquired over the years through no vicious means at all, because religion is inherently peaceful, of course. But 10-15 billion to throw on top of Trump's wealth already, that might be enough to scoot Elon Musk out to the side. So, if he has to wear a weird hat for a little bit, that's a price that Trump is willing to pay in order to acquire that wealth. Okay. But all jokes aside, we're going to look at this hypocrisy right here. Donald Trump falls asleep at Pope Francis's funeral. Okay. I don't think this is a big deal. However, it is a big deal after the years of going after Joe Biden, Mr. Joe Brandon himself, calling him Sleepy Joe. Yes, Joe Biden is old. Yes, old Joe Biden is senile. Yes, he should not have been our president. However, if we're gonna be objective here, why is this youthful man of vigor falling asleep at a funeral? Because he is in the exact same boat that Joe Biden was. Yes, Donald Trump is definitely worse as a president than Joe Biden ever could be. I mean, Joe Biden could have been worse. The author of the crime bill, of course, he could have brought in a lot of stuff that was painful to the country, but he didn't. Domestically, Joe Biden was pretty good. Where Joe Biden really dropped the ball was his foreign policy, of course, mainly with Israel, but also with Ukraine. Let's move on to the reason I'm making this video, though. The White House doubled down on Trump's post of Trump AI figured as the Pope. Now, why is this image important to the story? So my brother and I were working on the conspiracy directly after J.D. Vance murdered the Pope, of course. Of course, we're just joking around. We're not actually right-wing, insane conspiracy theorists. It's all just fun and games. We were /S/S, and this image comes out, posted by Trump, doubled down by the White House, is quite insane, along with this little clip right here of Trump actually saying he would like to be the Pope. Let's check this out.
How you like to see as Pope? Do you have anyone
As Pope?
Yeah.
I'd like to be Pope.
That would be my number one choice. No, I don't know. I have no preference. I must say we have a cardinal that happens to be out of a place called New York who's very good. So we'll see what happens.
So, as we all know, Donald Trump loves the classic speaking out both sides of his mouth. He did it with the J6 insurrection when he was saying, oh, you know, we need to march down to the Capitol. But also, this is a bad thing. We probably shouldn't be doing this, but somebody needs to take care of this. Or, you know, the time when he was debating Joe Biden and saying, they asked him something along the lines of, what do you say to these extremist groups like the Proud Boys or whatever, that are on the verge of becoming terrorist organizations? He said, I don't know. Somebody needs to do something, but I think they should stand back and stand by, you know, just in case he lost the election, which he subsequently did, and then lied about not losing it for the next 4 years until now we're here. In the worst timeline, of course. This is just moving towards what Trump actually wants, but he doesn't want to outright say it because it sounds insane. I mean, the fact of the matter is, anybody that actually believes Trump is religious is walking around life with blinders on. As a non-religious person, I would categorize myself as agnostic because I like to hedge my bets. You know what I'm saying? Trump doesn't believe in God or any gods or the devil or any of this shit. He believes he is smarter than you and he can manipulate his base into believing whatever he says. And that's why he says things like this, to get it in their mind. Well, I think that Trump could be a good pope. I think there's something to it. And then they rush the Vatican and make it happen. But let me know what you all think about this whole situation. Do you think Trump has a chance of becoming pope? I mean, I definitely didn't think Trump would have a second term, but here we are now. Do you think he's hedging his bets to become the pope? Do you think we should change it from God King Fuhrer Trump to God King Fuhrer Pope Trump? Anyways, if you like the video, a subscribe would really help out if you made it this far, and I will see you on the next one. Later.